Game of Morph says, my name is Josh. My favorite is Salt.
Salt.
My wife has narcolepsy, and I won't fly. She cannot travel alone ever again.
No.
You ever in Vancouver, Washington, we would love to take you fishing. Her dream is to meet Salt. We'll bring her out.
Yeah, I don't know. I might. I talked about fishing earlier and I don't know anything about fishing. Sounds like it's a great thing to do.
And in Washington, it's got to be good.
Washington's got to be great. I have not been to Vancouver, Washington, but I've been in the area. I've been all over the Pacific Northwest, and in the Seattle, Monroe area, all the way, Mount Rainier, all that stuff. So I'd love to come up there and meet you and hang out with you. Narcolepsy's tough, man. I mean, I worked with a guy back in the day when I actually worked for a little while.
Is that where you just fall asleep?
Yeah. You just
just wanted to make sure I
saw this. Actually, I'm not making fun of your wife at all. Please don't take it this way. But you got to see a little humor in some of it.
Yeah,
and so this guy, it was a machine shop that I worked in for a brief period of time, just because I was like, if this snake thing doesn't work out, I need a job.
Yeah.
It was the worst time of my life, by the way. Ironically enough, when I quit that job, and by the way, when I started, I was like the lowest guy in the totem pole, and when I quit, I was the head guy. So in a very short period of time, I always say you can't be a good boss if you're not a good employee. And apparently, I was a pretty good employee. That I was running the whole department when I left. But one of our machinists, he had narcolepsy, which is horrible. Again, I'm not making fun of it. It's a horrible, horrible disease. But he would. I saw him fall asleep while he was walking. He'd be walking mid-walk and fall asleep and just literally like tumble. One time, he often was late to work because on his way to work, he'd fall asleep. And then like one time, I swear to gosh, I was driving to work and his car was just parked on the lawn where and I looked in there and his head was just on the wheel, sleeping. Yep. So he literally fell asleep, went up onto the lawn, and then just shut the car off and went to sleep.
How does this happen? Like, what is the mechanism that allows you to just do that?
It's really a fucked up thing, man. I mean, and I feel really, really bad for anyone that has it because it's a very bad disorder.
And does that stay with you for life? Like,
there are medications, but again, the side effects of some of those medications were really tough. This guy was trying all kinds of different medications. What ultimately happened, which was a bummer for him, he literally had this. Do you remember the car, the Rabbits?
Yeah.
It was like this horrible car. It was. I don't even know who made Rabbit. Volkswagen. I don't even know who made them, but they were called Rabbits. And one day, he was a smoker. He's a smoker, And so one day he comes into work.
It was Volkswagen, by the way.
Yeah, Volkswagen. Okay. And so he comes into work, and like 20 minutes later, one of the guys from the outside comes in and goes, "Hey, someone's car's on fire."
No, of course.
And literally what happened was he was smoking. He fell asleep and his cigarette fell down. And then he woke up and forgot he had the cigarette, and he came to work, and his car literally went up in fire. I mean, the fire department had to come and everything.
My God.
And we all were making the joke about the fried rabbit,
Oh, no.
But yeah, he lost his car. That was the end of that. And
yeah, I could not imagine living with that. That's a crazy, crazy thing. I mean, to really think about, like, you're like editing, and then you just out.
Yeah. I mean, you just can't control when you fall asleep, and it's a horrible, horrible thing. So I like I said, I'm not making light of that disorder at all. It's a horrible thing. But so yeah, she definitely doesn't want to drive or travel on her own for sure. But yeah, let's stay in touch, man. We'll get up to the Pacific Northwest again, and in Vancouver.
Oh yeah.
Both sides of the border. Vancouver is supposed to be amazing. So
I couldn't imagine.
Can't wait to get up there. So let's stay in touch, man. Let's hook up.
Mac Lorenzo, the Mac Attack.
Mackey's back.
He says, hypothetical. You're granted endless funds and a choice of land to open the biggest wildlife park in human history. But you can only keep animals native to the continent you choose to locate. Yep. Which one? Good question, Mac.
Well, there's only two answers. Well,
there's only two answers.
There's two answers. I mean, there could be a third. There could be a third.
Yeah.
But two, obviously Africa, Australia is the two main, right?
Wow, really? I thought you were going Africa, Indo.
Indo would be the third.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. The third could be Indo. And don't get me wrong, Indo's got a lot of great stuff. I mean, obviously Komodo would be the best, Then other than that, you got kind of a lot of stuff that everyone sees already anyways. You know what I mean?
But it is continent. So that means all of Asia.
Oh,
so you get tigers.
Continent.
Yeah, you get so much stuff.
Yeah, can you go continent though? Because
That's what he said.
Because continent is like, I mean, I'd say you have to go country.
You gotta go country.
You gotta go country.
So what you're doing, like Zaire, Africa?
No, I think South Africa would be the way to go.
Okay,
because they have almost all the diversity minus ball pythons and obviously West Gaboon vipers, but they've got East Gaboon vipers and stuff like that. But when you really look at all the cobras and the Mozambiques and bandits and I mean the list just goes on. Snouted cobras, house snakes, vine snakes. I mean, the list just goes on. I mean, South Africa has a lot of herpetofauna. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I think that if if you're talking continent, I mean, then Australia would probably be out because it's just small.
Yeah.
Africa, at least you would have the entire continent of Africa. So then you have east, west, north, south, everything. So then you would only have Asia and Africa would be the only two continents that would make sense.
What about South America, like the Americas?
I think South America would be great, but I don't know if a reptile place would be the place down there. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's a wildlife park. You don't need to have only reptiles, Brian.
I know, but I'm a reptile guy.
You got some red tails. You got some tree boas, anacondas.
Then I'll go the same thing. Then it's probably Africa because Africa does have. I mean, I guess you're right. Tigers in Asia, but Africa has the big five. It has. Africa. I mean, Africa, the continent of Africa. I think you got to go Africa.
So Brian goes to Africa. I'm going Asia on this one.
I could see it. I mean,
I just like all the colors over there, man. They're pretty animals over there.
I get it.
They're both beautiful though.
But yeah, I mean, there's I get it. There's no real wrong answer unless you say Antarctica.
unless you're saying
Antarctica. You could have penguins.
Dude, there's a hole in Antarctica that goes to the middle of the earth. There's probably tons of animals down there. So I might even change it.
That's true, man. Journey to the center of the earth.
Mick D says, "Hey guys, hope you have a great weekend ahead."
Yeah, it's almost over.
I love following along with everything at the Reptarian at BHB. Jay, if you could check your Instagram, I shot you a message. Peace.
Ooh.
Awesome. Shoot me one more just so I can make sure.
Ooh, he got you a message.
Oh, baby.
Don't be sliding into
my DMs. That's for sure.
No, it's but yeah, no, I gotta keep thinking about that Mac Lorenzo thing.
It was a really good question, man.
Great question.
Max
I just think that if it's country, it's better. Just because it's then you have to be real specific. You know what I mean? Like continents are just so big.
Yeah, of course they're big. They're huge.
Yeah.
Let Roses Burn. She sent me the picture, and it is a BCI. So
okay, yeah. So it's a Colombian. Yeah.
Yeah, Colombian. And she says, "Thanks for the info, Jay. My friend is stoked because she wanted a red tail, couldn't find one, and decided on a blood python who is now a year old.
Okay.
And she can finally handle. The boa looks very chill already."
Good. Boas are usually really good. They're really good animals. I want to do before we go. Let me do something else here before we hit any other supers.
Can I hit one more? Then we got just this last one, and then we don't have any right now.
Oh, okay, cool. And then you guys can hit me with some more.
That's
supers
what I'm saying.
If you guys want.
Keith says, "Okay, thank you so much. I have an albino black pastel male and a pewter G-stripe female. Reptile Army. Getting my gear next week. Thanks for all you do."
That's awesome. Again, today we saw some Reptile Army swag upstairs at the Reptarium. So it's great that movement is picking up and keeping on going. And like I said, we've got some new stuff that not only new swag that will be coming out, new merch and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I don't know why. I'm gonna check really quick. I don't know why. For some reason, still nothing. For some reason, they haven't gotten back to me in the last few days. I'm assuming someone's maybe out sick or something like that because they're usually really good at responding to me. But so I wanted to launch this next week, the next series of merch, but I can't just launch. I've got to get
everything needs to be coordinated.
Yeah. So hopefully next week. But beyond that, we have some really cool stuff too. So this is interesting. These are our receipt books. This is so from cool, from April 24th, 1999.
When?
So I just want to look at Brazilian rainbow boas, $60. Let's see. I'm going to go through. So this is another retail one. So that was retail. This is retail. Now we get into wholesale, which is the majority of this book is wholesale. Almost, as a matter of fact, I can look again down the list. Almost all these are like wholesale orders. So this one's Sinaloa and milk snakes, $35. Gray Bands, $45. Pueblans, $30. Cal Kings, $20. Banana Cal Kings, $25. Black and white Cal Kings, $23, which is really weird. Albino Cal Kings, $22. Albino Desert Cal Kings, $25, which, by the way, I have high white, black and white. Albino black and white Cal. Sambo is $27, which is weird. Brooks Kings, $25. San Diego Gophers, $25. And Leucistic Texas Rats, $45. So this is this snake. I would say
crazy, man.
Yeah. So there was 1, 2, 3, 8, 10, 12, 13, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20 snakes. The total was $527. I would think that this would be at least $1,200 to $1,500 worth of snakes. And then what did I say? I want to read this note. This is Lori's note, and it was 2 Kenyan Sambos for $45. It says these Kenyans are eating live pinky mice. Sorry about the delay. I don't know what that means.
But that's so crazy, right?
But just think it's 1999.
Time portal.
I mean, it's and you can just go down the list. I mean, almost all these are like, almost all these are wholesale orders. I mean, I just looked down the list. It's like, and that's the thing. Another, big wholesale. This guy was actually a company out in Delaware that he ended up going to jail.
No.
But, yeah. So we used to sell him a lot of stuff. Let's see. A medium San Luis Potosi King. So this is interesting. So the market must not have been good in '99 because I'm looking at this list and what medium would mean would be yearlings, right? So we've had them for an entire year. So we've got medium Leucistic Texas Rats, $55. Now they sell for $100 for babies. Medium Banana Cows, $30. They sell for like $50 to $70 for babies. So medium Brooks King Snakes, $20. Which is crazy.
That's
a year old. I mean, probably ate $30 worth of food. Medium San Luis Potosi's $50. Medium Pueblans, $30. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. It's just kind of fun to look back on this.
It's history, man.
And
That's
think
so
that
cool.
literally 20 plus years ago we were selling this stuff.
Damn, son.
Can we rail this in?